Alright guys, welcome back. Turn 25. Okay, let's quickly get rid of some of this stuff, right? Alignment's back to neutral, so that's expected, right? We did that on purpose. We declared war on an outpost way back in here just to bring us back down from slightly good to neutral. The dragons have a quest. We'll come back to that later. We may not have to, right? Let's just kind of clear through this. Now our leader has finally returned, right? And I should mention, luckily those scoundrels didn't take the chance. They didn't bother attacking us, so we're still here, and our leader respawned just fine. So we're back. Domain invasion at... So they did cross here. Yeah, oh, they're right here. Okay, that makes sense. Domain invasion at Bodawal. Okay, these guys also crossed over, but now they're back in here. And then domain invasion at Zam. There's those spiders, right? Those spiders, we spotted them here earlier. They spawned out of this monster den. But they haven't taken us, so that's great news. Now here we are at the point of interest. This is our opponent's throne city. Okay, we did mention this, right? We said there's a good chance he could get a unit out by this turn, and he did, and it's a musketeer. A trooper, right? So he's got the, what do you call it? The shooting grounds upgrade at the barracks. So, yeah, his musketeer is actually a bit higher level. Are we going to bother with this? This is the big question, right? Let's manage these items real quick. I think we already did that, though. Yeah, put that there. That's fine, that's fine. We're going to want to level him up, though. We can attack this turn, right? We positioned ourselves in such a way last turn, not only to be safe, like defensively from if he wants to march out on us, but we have the builder here ready to build a road out, and we can all reach, right? We planned this last turn, and then we have our wyverns sitting right here. I mean, I think we're going to want to do that. It's just that he does have a lot of ranged power, right? And now he has this musketeer. But bear in mind, the musketeer, he has to reload. So his musket's on a one-turn cooldown. Very high damage, single shot, but it does go on cooldown. Same with his leader and hero, right? They're both dreadnoughts. Actually, not the leader, right? The leader has a crossbow. And the seduce, but we mentioned this last turn as well, that our wyverns took the runestone of Cold Fury. That's a, what do you call it? Like a visit site. It's a buff that you can pick up on the map. We're immune to mind control. He cannot seduce our wyverns, and that's great, right? Because they will be flying over the wall ahead of everybody else. So he won't be able to seduce them. Animal Slayer, Monster Slayer. Are wyverns considered monsters or just dragons? Dragon. It is a monster. Okay, so that's... They all have Monster Slayer. So they're doing bonus physical damage. Ah. You know, these wyverns are gonna fall pretty quickly. Is this a mistake, guys? Hero. And he's a bit unhappy. He's not so happy. In disliked terrain. And then we have all these, you know, our leader was in the void, so we have that penalty, and our hero died. If we do this, we're going to want to take probably the nourishing meal to heal up. This for sure, right? That resistance is going to help us against the Forge Priest, you know. Maybe we take this to get that bleed on, like he's going to be shooting his longbow from behind the wall. And then, oh yeah, the Awakened Spirit for the Hound. So we have our hero, and then there's a full stack. These guys are quite weak. Now the darters do have their attack, mosquito darts, has no line of sight penalty, which is interesting, right? The wall is not going to be deterring them so much. These guys do, though. They get penalized. Our pikes cannot climb the wall, but we do have the two kind of cavalry, right? I kind of consider this like cavalry. They're going to be running up to the gate and busting down the gate, while hopefully these guys are a bit occupied with our wyverns. Full stack, and then the 2, 3. So we have like almost 2 stacks, right? Versus his 1 stack. High morale, high morale. So we'll be attacking from here, I suppose, and I think the way it works, right, in the game is whatever you attack with. Like if we attack from here onto the drone, I think the way it works is this stack is directly facing the drone in combat. Like we're what's the word I'm looking for? They're starting right next to each other. Like they're in a face-off, and then whatever is over here should be facing off against this. So we can kind of use that to our advantage. Like I'm trying to think, do we do we put the wyverns, do we want the wyverns rushing them first, or do we want them to like wait? Maybe we want them to wait. How does that even work? Like, is it better? I still haven't learned this, guys, because believe it or not, I really don't have that many games played. Really, what you see on this channel, as of this date, as of the time you're watching this, or it's being published, maybe. This is really all I have. Aside from this channel, I used to play maybe like 3 or 4 years prior to this, and I only played like around 10 games. So I think I'm recalling one battle. I like to recall the number 25, the 1v1 small map number 25 versus Ricky Roo, because that was a very intense game that we recently had, maybe a few months ago. It was in probably the most intense game of 2024, and I had moments, battles in there where I had to make this kind of decision, right? Like, how do we position? And I think in that one, I had my spiders face off the main stack. The idea being the spiders will, they run up and then climb the wall immediately, and then get on their back line. So maybe I should do the same thing here, right? Have the wyverns face these guys off. Have the wyverns fly directly in at them immediately, right? And keep them occupied, even if they die. Then meanwhile, we have like, at some melee, like not necessarily the cavalry, but maybe the pikes. Have the majority of these guys over here, not taking damage, not facing them off, only heading at the drone here. Busting, the idea is bust through the gate on the weak side, while these guys are occupied. Because the last thing you want is them raining down on you, shooting at you when you're at the gate. The other thing to keep in mind is there's only one gate, right? Like, the way it works is there's only one hex. Like, the gate axis is only one hex wide. So, say, like, both of these guys charge the gate. Only one of them can actually hit the gate, one at a time. The Hound, or vice versa, is going to be behind the other one, just doing nothing. Just getting shot at. They're doing nothing. Maybe we do that, but the big question is, do we actually attempt this? If we don't do it now, I think I mentioned this last turn, if we don't go through with it, we're just waiting for Ogres. And during this time, he's going to get more Musketeers out. So it's just going to get more difficult. You know, this thing, we got to wait a turn, and then it's going to take, I think, what, like 4 turns, probably. 4 turns to get it over here. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You can't even build a bridge here. I was just thinking, like, I'm not going to do this, guys, but if you wanted to make it faster, right, you could come over here. The only place to build a bridge is from the inn to here. So you actually need to clear the inn first. You can't build a bridge like onto this mountain hex here. This is the only way, horizontally. I don't know, that's just a little side note there, but we're not going to do that. Seduce. Seduce. Awaken spirit. Target friendly animal. Okay. Animal. So it doesn't work on the wyverns. Only the hound. Only the hound. Now the other question is, like, if I go through with this idea of putting the wyverns to face off his main stack, do I put my hero with them, right? Now the wyverns are benefiting from these upgrades, right? We can give them the magic resist buff, and then not to mention, like, our hero rides up behind them as they're running in and shooting the longbow, right? He's kind of like acting as a support from behind. Same with the range dealers. So maybe I actually include our hero with the wyverns and then the range units. That's 3 and then 4, 5, 6. So most of our ranged units to actually face off. Meanwhile, the cavalry are on the side here. Do I want the cavalry on the side or do I want the pikes on the side? The thing about putting the pikes on the side is they're slower. So once they get through the wall, they can't rush over because they have, we're split up, right? We're opposite each other. So the pikes here, once they get through the wall with this drone, now they got to rush over behind the wall. Whereas the cavalry are going to be faster. I guess, man. I mean, if something walks up to the wall, these guys are also like, say the axeman here comes down to the gate and opens the gate, and starts attacking. We're life stealing, right? We're life stealing. Let's just try it. We could spend a lot of time thinking about it. Get the road going. Here we go. Here, actually, start with the wyvern. Let's make sure, like, there's nothing else back here. It wants to go... Yeah, it wants to go like that, so... Yeah, there's nothing else here. Okay. Builder. They can't reach. We need that extra road. Do we have enough points? I don't want the builder to stand there, right? I don't want the builder really to partake. So bring the road there. Do I really have to bring the road all the way up? No, we don't. So at this point, we need to move back, right? We only can move one more spot. So move the builder. We'll wait on that, but we'll move him back. Just bring everybody up, I guess. Put the cavalry on the side. Put the cavalry on the side. Then the wyverns are distracting. They're going straight over the wall. Our pike approaches the gate and is... While they're distracted with the wyverns, the pike's hitting the gate. Melee 16 versus 15. They're actually hitting hard. That one's hitting harder. But does the fire damage do better versus the... You know, I don't know about that, guys. Is a gate, like, weak to fire? I have no idea. Okay. Give you the nourishing meal and the nature's resist. And we don't need any of that stuff, right? None of that makes sense. They have no... Well, wait a minute. The seduction, right? The spirit. See, seduction is a... See the little... the little yellow diamond, right? That's spirit. So it's spirit-based attack. Couldn't that help? Couldn't that help? I wonder if that's worth it. You know, now I realized if I put the Hound on the side, he's not getting the Awakened Spirit from him. If we give it to him. Yeah. Shit. And then if I leave him back here, there's a chance the hero actually, like, maybe backtracks and wants to give it to him. Like, forces it. Now the hero's not doing what I want him to do. I want him to be supporting. I want him to actually be shooting. Maybe I give him this. Seduction. How many times can you use it? It can only be used once per battle. Is it really worth dedicating that many points to try to avoid it? Maybe. What if he seduces these guys? Now he has a life-stealing unit. Two and 3. I can give him inflict bleeding wounds with... Well, a 9 defense bonus. Aren't they pretty damn tanky? They are. What are the odds that goes through? They're dwarves, for God's sake. Dreadnought dwarves. It's not going to go through. So don't waste it on that. This is kind of good. I kind of want that. But at the same time... Ah, shit. I want the darters here. Am I just going to have to put the pikes on the side? Maybe. I don't really like that. Oh, man. Put the warg on the side, for sure. Put the warg here. Put, put the elite darter here. Put the elite darter here, I guess. I want the elite pike here, but then... Oh my god. It all depends on if I take this, right? How tanky is he? 55 and 16. 55 and 13. 60 and 11. Should I make him tankier? I mean, think about it. He can even seduce our hero, potentially. I mean, what if that goes through? Maybe we do take this. It just feels bad. Like, I feel like this doesn't actually... you know, I've had battles where... You know, I've had incidences where I clear, like, an ancient ruins versus multiple bards, and then I was a theocrat. I was a theocrat, and I took, like, Touch of Faith and all these, like, resistance buffing abilities, and it didn't even help at all. Like, it still went through. Just go for more damage. More damage. You know, I completely forgot. He, remember how he has so much, like, casting points? 50 casting points. If he has the mana available, aren't we just gonna get, like, hit with a bunch of rocks again? Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. Shouldn't I put, like, both darters here? I really wanted the pike, though. Like, this is throwing me off. The Awakened Spirit is really kind of screwing with me. But I think it's worth it, right? Like, he'll cast it at the start. Well, maybe you don't necessarily want that. It should be good, though. It should be good. Ah, it's so hard. And then I want these guys, like, paired with the darters. So, like, what the hell? We're just running out of space here with this idea. Maybe we don't take Awakened Spirit. Maybe, like, because what's going to happen is at the start of combat, he's going to cast it. And then now he's, like, kind of lagging behind. It's also ruining our idea here. Like, I kind of want a pike to soak damage and, like, be life-stealing at the gate. So maybe I put them on the side. Maybe I just put the Hellhound over here. Put the Hound here. Put the Elite Pike here. He's tankier. And then maybe put one of these guys. Now we have these guys on the side. I guess. So we have some range support. We have this guy hitting the gate. These guys going above. We're all hitting them with ranged. And then meanwhile, these guys are breaking in on the other side. Right. And then now we pull the builder back. Here. Give him more damage, like, right? Give him more damage. And then give him these, make him a little tankier, maybe. Okay, I think that's everything, and then we're gonna attack with this group right here. So we face the drone on the side. The battle will start here, but then, meanwhile, these guys are facing off with them, rushing them, and then occupying them, keeping them occupied while these guys bust through the wall with just one little drone. Closely matched. Good lord, closely matched. That's kind of bothering me. Closely matched. The hell? We have root spears and well, no, we have our leader. Our leader can cast. Is there anything worth it that we have? Dispel. Yeah, of course, dispel. That's not really useful either. Only for the Hellhound, you know. But blind. I mean, that could be good. We can cast it one time, right? It's double, so 16 cost. This can actually be cast on the Wyvern, so he might do that. He might cast this. Okay, there we go. We lost a lot, though. Like, both Wyverns died. The Hound died. Or Pike died. Let's take a look. I just looked at the thing. It's 28 minutes. Good lord. I really gotta speed my turn time up. There's that savage rage like we talked about. These guys aren't even rushing the gate. Look at that, they're going over here. Everyone's going this way. Oh, that's that Monster Slayer coming in. Wow, wow. I wonder why they're making a... Oh, there's Skin of Oil. That's from our leader, right? The darters did a lot of work here. Look at... Well, I guess the Wyvern did hit him. He's just attacking the wall here. Look at the Pike did manage to hit the gate. That is our silver metal Pike. Oh, he seduced the Pike. Wait. So that's our leader too. Our leader just casted Dispel. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Did we dispel seduction? Does that actually work? It works. It worked, guys. So that means, you know, I was mistaken in our the battle we had, you know, several turns back where my leader actually died, right? Like that really unexpected outcome. My leader was actually dispelling seduction on the rogue. That kind of clarifies that. So it actually works. I thought only break control could do that. There's a reload. Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, shit. Oh my god. I think we finally busted through here. There he goes. There goes the hound. The darters are doing a lot of work, aren't they? There goes our pike, yeah. Wow. You know, I was really impressed with that spy drone. That did a lot of damage. Do you see that? Okay, now we just... This is the end of the game here. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, we can move here. There you go. Game over. So... Yeah, we can view the stats here. But yeah, just in summary, like the summary of this game is... our opponent, we'll return to the map, I guess. Earlier in the game, he made a mistake of attacking the Vault of Knowledge, which, you know, it can happen to anyone, right? This site is not to be underestimated. The defenders, the battle enchantment here, gives every defender static shield. So if you don't have enough range power, or enough power, period, your melee units are going to get stunned, you know, in melee range, and that's exactly what happened. So he took a big loss here, kind of a blunder. Once we saw that with our drone, that's when we just decided to rush across the map, right? At that point, we're in a good position, so we just rushed across the map. Then he actually, we had that fight here. If you missed it, go back a few turns where we engaged his leader and several low HP units, right? Because he had been clearing all this, but the fight went bad. The fight took a bad turn, and we lost everybody. Not only did we lose everybody and our leader, but he actually managed to seduce our rogue hero from us. So the rogue hero was now on his side. But it wasn't the worst, right? Because our army was trailing right behind, and I think what must have happened is after the seduction, the hero is left here with no movement points. 0 movement points. So he couldn't escape with her, and we were able to catch her out. The game could have taken a different turn if we had not been close enough behind, right? He could have escaped maybe with the rogue hero. That's an additional high damage range dealer on the wall here. That could have made things a little bit more difficult. Anyways, good game, and thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.